Welcome back. Looks like I get to do another studio visit video, and this is take 2. So if you watched the last studio visit video, I went through and did a, I think a pretty thorough breakdown of the last painting, and I did another one with this painting, but the reason that I'm making this video is because someone was gracious enough and interested enough to buy the painting. And so instead of going through and controlling the meaning of the thing in that artificial way that artists do, I think I'd rather shift this video and just to say thank you. I really think that there's a kind of like loop, that I find really satisfying as an artist, which is like, first of all, just the investigation and the making of the work itself, which I'm going to make it regardless. But it does really feel good when someone else looks at your stuff and, is willing to lay down their hard-earned cash. I mean, there's a funny kind of thing where I sit in my studio and make these drawings and make these paintings, and then I expect the world to help me to pay my bills and keep the lights on. So I also want to say a little something about meaning in a work of art. And I've said it in other contexts in my videos so far, but I want to say it in this context too, which is that I think of the meaning of a work of art to be discursive. So what I mean by that is it's really just a conversation, the back and forth between the people who look at the work and are interested in the work. And I see, the kind of game of making art as the game of culture. And in many ways, it's just the fun of coming up with what to me are interesting ideas and interesting visual relationships and interesting little visual narratives, and then putting it out there and just kind of seeing what comes back. And it's in that almost like an excuse for the engagement with other people to talk about ideas, So this is the take 2. I've got my second round of tea. What I will say, I'm going to keep it very brief, is that this painting came about as a kind of love letter to my wife. My wife immigrated from Taiwan to the United States. And then I'll also point out, because I think it's kind of buried and hidden, but there's a figure right in here, which is a reference to Masaccio's expulsion from paradise, or expulsion from the Garden of Eden. I'll stick a image somewhere. I'll stick an image of that in here, just plop it in. And maybe I'll leave it at that. I think that the meaning that this painting has for me is incidental to me as the maker and to me as a viewer of this work. But that meaning, once it goes out into the world, starts to be not something that I control, but something that will accrue to the painting itself. And in that way, I think that works of art go out and they will find their own meaning, or the meaning that accrues to them will be a discursive one through the community that is formed around the work. And that just might be, me, the painting, and the person who bought this thing. And again, I want to say thank you. It means a lot to me. I hope to be able to make another video like this again soon. So thank you very much.
花儿开。路边的野花都要采，记着我的情，记住我的爱，记着有我天天在等待，我在等着你回来，千万不要把我来忘怀，千万不要把我来忘怀，千万不要把我来忘怀。
All set. It's ready to ship. We're going to take it to the UPS. We're going to insure it, and we're going to track it. So I want to say thank you again to the collector, and I want to say thank you to Victor at Gallery Victor Armendaris for facilitating the sale. And, you know, I don't want to be coy about the meaning in a work of art, you know, and so, you know, it's like I got ideas about what it means, obviously, and I love to talk about that kind of thing, and I would love to talk about it with anyone. So if you're real interested, hit me up, you know, subscribe to my channel, because I'll certainly be putting out more videos about what the work that I'm trying to make means to me. And, you know, I also have videos that I'm making for my classes that I teach. And, you know, I think of those as also, you know, a kind of, you know, this painting was a love letter to my wife. Those classes are kind of like a love letter to painting and drawing. So, you know, follow up, hit the subscribe. Thanks again. See you next time.